Hello after a very long time. It has been 6 months since I posted a video on here, and it feels like before I start posting videos again, I had to come on and acknowledge why that was. So, this is to say that I am back, and I'm going to be posting about knitting and sewing and all of the things that, if you have watched this channel before, you have come to know from me. Before we get to all those fun things I've been doing the last 6 months, I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about being a maker of things on a medium like YouTube. So if you are interested in what I have to say about that, then this is going to be the video for you.
Good times and bum times, I've seen them all, and my dear, I am still here.
Hello, welcome to Show and Tell Meg. I'm Megan, and I like to make things. I have always liked to make things. I am constantly knitting and crocheting, sometimes sewing things, sometimes other types of making. But making has been the constant in my life. I always like to have something to show for my time. And when I started doing a YouTube channel, that fulfilled part of that need too. I was able to combine my love of making things with making videos that could share my knowledge with other people and just keep people excited about making things just as much as I was. And as much as I enjoy doing that, I like having these videos to show for my time and as honestly kind of a record of the things that I've made and what I thought about it. It's been really nice to go back over the 2 year period that I did make videos and see what I had to say, remember things about specific patterns. It's been useful for me as well. But as much as I have really enjoyed that, we also have normal life. I have 2 kids, I work full time, and I try to make things in the in between times that I have at night and things like that. I also have a lot of other commitments. I have church, I have a group that I sing with, all these things. And so these are all pressing needs on my time that I have to try to fit around filming things and editing videos. Not to mention having something to show in the video. I do a lot of pre planning, but I also sometimes just wing it on a project that I just finished. And when you are spending all of your spare few hours at night editing videos, you don't have those hours to then make more things. And so back in February when I stopped, I found myself in a situation where I wanted to be making things, but I was editing videos that I was just trying to throw together to have something to post. And then the videos were performing terribly. And I don't mean that in a, oh, this one didn't hit this arbitrary number I wanted. I was lucky to get 30 views in the whole first week that I sent out a video for the last several of them. And so that when you are already strapped on time to get so little engagement, so little of people actually watching what it is you produce, I just got burnt out on it. And I just decided, I don't have anything new to show because I don't have enough time to make anything new to show. So I'm going to take a break and I'm going to make things and then I'll come back to making videos. And then 6 months went by like that. Like it was not something that I intended to have go on that long. But once you've factored something regular like this out of your life, it's kind of easy to just keep it out. It's harder to get it back in than it is to keep it out. And so then it becomes, I'll start again after spring break or after the kids are out of school or after our vacation, etc. Like there's always some other thing that I'm preparing for or doing, or I'm tired, or I got sick, or I fell and I hurt my wrist. Like there's just so many things in life that happen. And when we're trying to fit something like this into the spare moments, sometimes that has to give. And that is basically what happened. So I've still been making lots of things, that never stops. But I just didn't make the time to come on here and document it. So if you are also a creator of things who likes to make videos, know that this kind of happens to everyone. I just find it kind of funny. I was watching another YouTube creator who is vastly more successful on here than I have ever been. She was kind of complaining about how her most recent video didn't even break 1,000 views. And I was just like, oh, I could count on my hand the number of videos I've had that have broken 1,000 in the beginning of when they post. Some of them are over that now, but that's only because they've been up there for 2 years. It's something that accumulates over time. But yeah, it's just kind of funny. I was fighting to get 30 views in the first week, and she's complaining about not getting 1,000 in the first day. So, it's all relative. It's all relative to what we have expectations of. I don't try to go into this with a lot of expectations. I've never been one who's been trying to make it big and like, quit my day job, anything like that. I just do this because I enjoy it. And I would like to enjoy it again. And I would like for it to not feel like, okay, I have to produce another video. So I am back, but there will probably be a little bit more time in between videos. I don't think I can sustain weekly like I was trying to before. I did that for 2 years with only a couple of breaks. And now I've had a nice 6-month break. I think I'm going to have to give myself a little more time in between each video to have more to show. Otherwise, you just end up seeing the same things that I showed you the last week if I was just doing like a podcast. But honestly, those are my lowest performing videos, which is why I don't really do them very much anymore. But we might get back into that kind of format again. I have quite a stack of things to show that I have been working on, and I would just like to get back into that. So if you would like to get into that too, I hope to see you around in the future. And if you were one of the people who reached out to me in this time to ask if I was okay, I really appreciate it. Honestly, it was very sweet. I don't really have that big of an audience. And so it was nice to feel like people remembered that I was normally here and I wasn't. So thank you so much if you were one of those people. Even if you didn't send me a comment or something, if you ever thought about it, I really appreciate it. So that is all I'm going to have for this week. Just an explanation of where I was and a commiseration that if you have this struggle too, just know you're not alone. The number of people who can actually sustain doing this as their full-time job is slim to none. We all know who they are, and yet we all try to make it seem like it's our only concern. But the reality is that's just not the case. We have a lot of other things that take up our time as much as we would like to just devote ourselves to making whatever it is we want all the time. It's just not realistic. So, anyway, feels weird to say if you enjoy this, give me a like. But if you did watch this and don't mind doing so, give me a like, subscribe if you want to stick around and see what I'm going to put out in the future, because I have a lot of content now and I'm just going to have to film videos telling you what I've been doing for the last 6 months. So if you are interested in that, please do stick around and I will see you in the future for sure.